Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mitchell Miller, and hey, today's video I want to talk about something that's pretty important. I think a lot of people are going to be able to resonate with, especially if, well, don't let people walk all over you. So this is going to be for all of us people pleasers out there. We all know who you are. I know who you are. I can probably see it, and that's because I'm somebody in the past, and probably still am, that is a people pleaser. Okay, I have always found that I'd be willing to go out of my way to do something for somebody before I do something for myself. And this can have some real negative effects to it. It's a great way to build a relationship and show you love somebody, but if you're doing things for somebody else before you're meeting your own needs, well, that's not healthy, because at the end of the day, whether you want to hear this or not, at the end of the day, it's your life, not theirs, okay? People are going to leave your life at some point in time. They're going to die, or time with them is going to come up at some point in time, okay? Whether that's the relationship between y'all ending, the job that you had coming to a close, or one of your parents or dog dying, for example, okay? And so that's why this can be a real hard one. So I got some notes on my phone that I want to go over, so that way I can really articulate what it is that I'm trying to say in this video. I got a ton of them right here. Again, so when I talk about this, putting your own needs first is going to become really difficult to do, especially because we were conditioned by our parents when we were younger to be this way, okay? So if you've ever studied attachment styles at all in like relationships, that comes down to mental health. That's all it is. So people who are people pleasers are more on the anxious, preoccupied side, meaning these are very anxious people. That's because we had to go out and prove or do something for our parents in order to receive the love that we needed. So if you can imagine, if I'm 29 now, if I'm someone, let's say that I've been like that my whole life, like I don't have a problem telling people no, but in the past I know I've done this. So if we look at that, then that's decades of conditioning to feel this way, to think this way, to want to do that. This is why people stay in relationships longer than they need to be. This is why people who are dating really toxic people are still in those relationships, because they don't know any better. They think, well, if I show this person love, they're going to love me and I'm going to feel better. Even though that person's treating them like dog shit, the person more than likely knows they shouldn't be in the relationship, but they can't find a way to get out of it. Okay? This is coming from a people-pleasing behavior, okay? This is stemming from like, oh, I'm not good enough, so I have to do something in order to receive love. And that's really shameful not shameful, but that really sucks what you think about that, because that really just shows us like how we think of ourselves. And unfortunately, this is a belief that, like I said, has been conditioned for decades now. So people like this, more than likely, they don't even know why they're doing this. All right? So then, this will feel hard to do when we're conditioned from our childhood to do things for. I already said that. All right? So now, letting people walk over you and people pleasing will emotionally drain you, and that will affect other areas of your life. So if you're watching this and you know you're a people pleaser, I've known people that do this as well. People that have a hard time telling people no. These are typically the people that are going to experience this the most, okay? So if you've seen somebody that has a hard time telling people no, they're going to tell their partner's going to walk all over them. Their employees or employers, they're going to walk all over them. I wouldn't say that the family that they have might go to them to get things that they need done. Basically, this person that can't tell somebody no, what's going to happen is they're going to be very stressed, because they've got all three of these areas: family, or even friends, family, friends, business. So family, relationship, friends, and business. All of these areas they're now looking at as being stressful, because everybody wants something from them, and they don't know how to tell these people no. So they think they've got to go out and do all these things to make all these people happy. And then at the end of the day, what have they done for themselves? Nothing, because they don't have the energy to do it. And that's going to cause them. So what happens to people pleasers is ultimately you guys are going to end up dumping the thing that's easiest to get rid of, so that way you can reduce the amount of stress going on in your life. And what's the quickest thing that you can get rid of? Your relationship. And then next would come your friends. Because you can't get rid of your job, you have to pay bills, and you can't get rid of your family. You can, but your family's always going to be there. Friends and relationships come and go. The quickest thing that you can get rid of is the relationship, and then comes down to your friends, all right? So that's where it becomes emotionally draining, and that really fucking sucks. It really fucking sucks to see people who would ruin something good because they don't know how to manage the stress going on in their lives. They don't know how to tell people no so they can have more time for themselves, right? So now then, let's go through some of these lists, okay? It's okay to tell people no. So like I said, if you're not used to doing this, this is going to be very difficult to do. You are literally going to have to make a conscious effort to tell somebody no. So let's say I was your boyfriend and you're my girlfriend, and I was like, hey babe, can you go and do this for me? I've got this going on, and I just really don't want to. I'd rather focus on this. Well, if you say yes, you might have a lot of shit going on as well, but now you have to go and do something else that you didn't want to do, but you're doing it because you feel like you have to in order to get that love from the person. Now, if my girlfriend would have told me no, then I'm like, okay, well now I guess I got to go and figure out how to do that because it needs to get done. So I hope that example was easy to understand there. When it comes to like telling people no, you're not going to lose. Like people are not going to, they're not going to not respect you or think any less of you just because you told them no. If anything, they're going to have more respect for you because you told them no, right? If you're told, no, I'm not going to do that for you. Oh, okay. I promise you, they're not going to, I wish I could articulate that in an easier way to understand, but this just comes from experience. Just because you tell somebody no does not mean they're going to look down on you. They're probably going to respect you more, okay? So that way when you do say yes to some of the things that they ask you for, they're going to appreciate that more because now you're like, you know what? Okay, yeah, I will do that for you because I'm feeling nice. I'll do that for you just because I want to today. They're going to be like, oh my God, thank you. They're going to become more appreciative of the fact that now you're willing to do something. So that's a weird little dynamic shift right there. When you're not making yourself available all the time, then when you do something for somebody, they're going to be more appreciative of that, okay? So if you were done wrong but have proof it wasn't your fault, present that information to make the other person feel stupid. So how this ties into this video of people pleasing and letting people walk all over you is I have a house right now that I live in by myself, and I'm renting this house because I will never buy a house that's just stupid because that way I can move whenever I want. All I got to do is wait a year or end the lease and pay the money and I can move wherever I want. I've done this past 5 years in a row. So I have a situation where one of my cabinets was broken and it needed to be repaired. And then I guess at some point, a day before my appointment, let me rephrase that. I emailed these people the day of the appointment saying, hey, when are they coming to take the counter off so we can fix the cabinet? I haven't heard anything about that. Then this girl, Amanda, sends the entire thread an email of like 6 people. And she says something along, I'm going to paraphrase, something along the lines of, we went to the client's house yesterday, nobody answered the door, and then we tried calling them. So I was like, nah, that's not happening. You're not getting away with that. So I emailed the whole thread, replying back to Amanda. I said, no one called me, LOL. This is poor communication on your part. Fix this, please. And then I sent a screenshot of my phone log, which proved that nobody called me. Fast forward, 2 days later, I got the cabinet and the countertop fixed and replaced, and apologies were sent. They fixed that very promptly. That's the situation, and where like you are not going to sit here and try to call me out as if I'm the bad person. Now I didn't fucking do anything wrong. It's you need to fix this, and so I'm going to prove that to you. Okay? If you're with somebody that's cheating on you, and you have proof, show it to them. And more than likely, what's going to happen when they find out that you know what they're doing behind your back is they're going to start up there. They're going to get really mad and angry and leave you, or they're going to apologize and get real sad and want to fix it. Right? Because if you're calling somebody out on their bad behavior and you can prove it to them and they get caught, and more than likely they're going to feel like shit and they're going to apologize to you and want to fix this, blah blah blah. But that's up to you on what you want to do from there. Okay? Now let's go on to the next one. So, do not associate with liars, okay? So people that openly lie to you think they're going to be able to get away with it over and over and over again. And so think about that. If you're with somebody that's lying to you and you know they're lying to you, but they don't know that you know, they're going to keep continuing to lie to you to get away with their bad behavior. or if they lie to you and you accepted it, you're conditioning them to believe that it's okay for them to lie to you. And as long as they don't tell you what they're doing behind your back, it's not going to hurt you, because what they don't know won't hurt them. Do you really want to be with somebody or be friends with somebody that's constantly going behind your back and lying to you? I fucking wouldn't. That's just disrespectful, and I don't have room for people in my life that are going to have the audacity to not tell me the truth. I don't care how bad it is. I don't care how much it hurts. Just tell me the truth. Let me figure out what to do with that said truth. If I was the problem, well, I need to know so I know how to fix it, even if it hurts. Okay? So let me go back to my notes right here then. Do not tolerate behavior you don't like because you will teach the other person that it's okay to keep doing. So that's the last thing that I have, and I kind of touched on that. If you're with somebody so if somebody continues to disrespect you, so if you're in a relationship and your partner is continually to do things that you've openly stated stop doing because it's disrespectful or it hurts you, blah, 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 but they keep doing it, and you just keep, and you're still in that relationship with them, you're just teaching them, hey, you know what? Even though he or she's bitching about this, I get away with it every single time, and I'm going to keep doing it because I haven't had any consequences happen from that. And so that's going to teach that person that they could just do whatever they want to do because you're not going anywhere. I've been in situations like that. I know many people that have been in situations like that. It's very hard to want to leave somebody, especially if it's your partner that is disrespecting you like that. Because if you've had time, energy, money, emotions invested into this person, just leaving them, that's going to hurt. That's going to totally change the reality of your life. But are you going to sit here and tell me that if you continue to live every single day with somebody who's expressing this behavior and they're not fixing it, that you're going to be happy at some point in time? No, you're going to be fucking miserable, and your life's going to go downhill, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse because you're choosing to let your partner just run all over you. So don't let them do that. The best negotiating tactic is to be able to walk away and mean it. If somebody's doing something to you, or they change the terms of your relationship without your agreement, you need to walk away, right? Not talk to them, not communicate to them, but pretend they're dead to you. Walk away and mean it. And if they start feeling the consequences and they really loved you, or in this case, this is a relationship, if they really loved you, they're going to come back around and hopefully wanting to fix it because they know that, hey, I really fucked up, and you know what? I got away with it for so long, but now you're really proving to me that I can't do that anymore, and I want you in my life, and now I understand that what I was doing really did hurt you. That's a situation that can happen. That's not from personal experience. I've never had that happen. But that is the case. And that could be related to anything: business, friendships, relationships, even with your family. If someone's treating you in a way that you don't want, or terms of a deal aren't being agreed upon in the way in which you want them to be agreed upon, then you need to walk away and go find somebody or something that will pay you or give you what it is that you're looking for. So that's going to be the video right here. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, guys. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I'll get to them when I can. And with that being said, guys, talk to you soon.